Picture of Uncle Walt up there. What does he remind you of? Don't think. Answer. Go on.
A madman.
What kind of madman? Well, think about it. Just answer again.
A crazy madman.
Oh, you can do better than that. Free up your mind. Use your imagination. Say the first thing that pops into your head, even if it's total gibberish. Go on. Go on.
A sweaty-toothed madman.
Good God, boy. There's a poet in you after all.
Well, the cover-up has begun already. Within moments of being identified, the Facebook, Instagram, everything on social media of this loser was deleted. But thankfully, we now live in the internet is forever era, and I've got basically everything archived for you that we're going to go through. Even, free speech Elon Musk had the account deleted. But again, maybe that's, due to mass reporting or something like that. Doesn't matter. I have it all archived. The Facebook, I'm not sure if his LinkedIn is still around, but a lot has been very, very curious, including this guy being pictured with, U.S. government officials, being apparently, literally running, some sort of military ops, recruiting soldiers for Ukraine for $1,200 a month, or allegedly, or something like that. Who is paying for that? Who was funding this guy? Was he just LARPing the whole time? Was he just a complete LARPing lunatic who had no connections at all whatsoever? I don't believe it. Remember, this guy, again, was caught with a WMD. The thing that George Bush Jr., W, started a whole war over, and then he got probation. Okay? The social media scrub, everything is absolutely predictable. Let's get into this story. I've got all the social posts we're going to talk about. Huge shout out to a new app called Freedom Chat, though. Let me ask you a question. How many of you are concerned with your privacy and it being attacked by the radical left? The deep state, including the DOJ, is invading individuals' private messages and targeting them based off their political affiliation. We know this is true. That's why I've partnered with Freedom Chat, a private social messaging app that, like me, believes in privacy and it being a fundamental human right. Freedom Chat offers true end-to-end encryption, built-in screenshot protection to ensure that no one can screenshot your conversations, no storage of messages on their servers, and no commercial use of their data. This is the app that I trust. It's the app that my family and I rely on, especially as we approach the election. Some people stop at nothing to maintain their power, making privacy protection more important than ever. Download the app right now by going to freedomchat.com/thequartering. Such a fan of Freedom Chat that I even created my own private channel, which you can subscribe to for exclusive content, including never before seen images, videos, and posts. Simply download the app, search for my channel, just one word, The Quartering, and subscribe. No one can see the channels that you are subscribed to or the posts that you react to. It's your own private news feed. If you're on Android, you can scan the QR code on your screen and subscribe to their waitlist, or go to freedomchat.com. Speak freely and message privately with Freedom Chat. Again, download the app today and subscribe to my channel at The Quartering for exclusive posts and never before seen content. Now, again, we're talking about a guy that has enormous governmental connections. Okay. Was he a Fed asset? I could understand why people see this. In his since wiped Facebook post, Trump loser Ryan Routh, he said that he was working on getting invitation letters from Ukraine and a path, but soldiers must be able to apply for their own visas and pay for all travel expenses to get to Ukraine, and cannot ask any questions at all of Ukraine contacts. It will still take 6 months to a year. He sounds pretty plugged in. He sounds pretty plugged in to me. How does somebody operate as a mercenary out in the open and get arrested and charged for possessing a weapon of mass destruction like he was, then get an AK, and then get within 300 yards of the President of the United States? Was he a federal asset? You see him write this. Soldiers, we are working on getting invitation letters from Ukraine and a path, but soldiers must be able to apply for their own visas. Here you have Ukrainian documents. Again, of course, Ukraine has come out saying, well, it's crazy talk. You think it's crazy talk. You're crazy. I believe he was also, you can see here, would be Ann Hero. Here he's pictured with Jose Andres. Jose was appointed by Biden to serve on the Council of Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition. I mean, how is he posing for selfies with so many, how is he posting for selfies with so many government officials? He also, you can see here, appeared in a propaganda video for Azov. If you look up for them, they are listed as a supporter of Taiwan foreign language. He is the quote International Volunteer Center coordinator of that group. It lists Ukrainian members and contact info as well. I mean, again, they were both featured in BlackRock ads or propaganda ads. The cover up in here is happening in real time. But shout out to lamps_Apple, who took all 509 posts and replies from his social media and put them on archive.org. I don't think it matters since the account is suspended, but I have all the information needed to link to his account for verification. If you want to verify post, please link it to me. Here are the accounts that he followed. Look who he followed. The Secretary of Defense. He followed Nikki Haley. What an interesting follow group. I thought this guy was, a far left. He followed the Department of Defense. He followed a lot of Ukraine people, apparent. Live AU Map. Blue Saron, which is, military coverage on the side of Ukraine. This guy was like essentially a Ukrainian asset, it seems like. If you go to this Internet Archive, by the way, you can see all of his posts, all of them. Here he's talking to POTUS, one of his last posts. Your campaign should be called the KADAF, Keep America Democratic and Free. Trump should be MASA, Make America Slaves Again Master. Democracy is on the ballot, which is what Kamala Harris says. We cannot afford to fail. The world is counting on us to show the way. This was his last post before an attempt on Donald Trump's life. Now, it wasn't exactly like moments before. You can see Kamala Harris. This is after July 18th, the other attempt on him. Kamala Harris, you and Biden should visit the injured people at the hospital from the Trump rally and attend the funeral of the fireman that didn't survive. Trump will never do anything for him. Surprised he did. Show the world what compassion. He was a hardcore Kamala Harris fan and literally apparently recruiting for Ukraine. The FBI official, by the way, who spoke at the press conference regarding the latest Trump attempt on Trump's life today is the head of FBI Miami field office, Jeffrey Veltri. A whistleblower reportedly told Congress that he is anti-Donald Trump and was in fact ordered to scrub anti-Trump social media posts last year before he could bother getting reported. So the guy who's in charge of the investigation is a TDS lunatic. FBI agent had to erase public vitriol on Trump, Mar-a-Lago in field office jurisdiction. So the guy who's in charge of the Donald Trump investigation is a known TDS unhinged lunatic. Is anybody surprised by that? Are you surprised by that in any way, shape, or form? I mean, on what planet is Trump going to get a fair investigation into this? And by the way, again, to me, very clearly, I mean, he's very clearly an unhinged person, okay? Very clearly. But you've got an anti-Trump guy in charge of the investigation. So you had to have Ron DeSantis come out and say, the state of Florida will be conducting its own investigation regarding the attempt on Donald Trump's life at his international golf club. The people deserve the truth, and the would-be loser on him and how he was able to get within 500, it was actually 300 yards of the former president and current GOP nominee. I mean, look what's happening on, with the investigation on the other attempt on his life. Have you heard anything? Although you're going to hear about it here on the quartering later today, okay? You can hear about it here on the Quartering later today. But have you heard anything? I mean, how many different people are quote unquote investigating it? You have this bipartisan group of people who are investigating it. You have this person, that person. Nobody trusts each other. Now when you hear, oh, the FBI is going to investigate it, what do? What's the first thing you do? You roll your eyes, right? Here are people, I feel lucky to have been born in America with freedom and opportunity. Here's his whole account. This is his Twitter account, which I've already shown you is archived. Here is his Facebook account. You can see lives in Kauai, Hawaii. Here on July 9th, he posted, soldiers, please do not call me. We are still trying to get to Ukraine to accept Afghan soldiers. And I hope that we have some answers coming in next coming months. If you're interested in fighting in Ukraine, you must have a passport and send it to me by the way of WhatsApp. By the way, you could still call his WhatsApp number and it was still functional. I wonder if I still have that bookmarked or not. Like, this guy really was out there recruiting. Let me see if I can find, I know it was Sarah Fields that found it. I wonder if, I could probably just go, I mean, and he was interviewed by Newsweek, I believe the New York Times or some other outlets. Here you have Bette Midler, Trump rage tweeting about Taylor Swift. I'm trying to find where she called the number. If it's too far down, I won't make you wait. But, it was real. Here you go. Phone number found on Ryan Routh's tweets show voicemail that aligns with prior posts, an organization Ruth claimed to be running that would supply troops to Ukraine and Taiwan.
This is Ryan in Hawaii with Camp Box Buildings and also International Volunteer Center sending soldiers to Ukraine as well as Taiwan. If you'd like to volunteer, please send me a message by WhatsApp, Viber, Telegram, Signal, Facebook, any of the messaging services, and I will respond. I do not do voicemail, so please do not leave me a voicemail message. I will never get it. Thank you so much.
Interesting, huh? How is this guy not on the radar? Within moments of him being identified, all of his social media was scrubbed. It was clearly on our government's radar. I will stay here. Make sure that you subscribe or follow this channel so I'll keep you up to date on everything going on in this investigation. I hope you're informed by this video, and we'll talk to you again real soon.